Hey everyone, it's Angel again. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to work in my silly book. I want to get silly in my silly book. I'll do a quick little, flip glimpse. I haven't really worked in it too much lately, but I have, I don't know, some of these pages I think I may have shown you guys, if you're new to my channel, this is, yeah, I was pretty angry that day. This is just a book that I doodle in. I just, it's a junk journal, but it's like, I kind of want to say it's like my junky junk journal. It's like my whatever journal. It's like my just cuz, my just, was it Shannon Green who calls it a journal for no reason? It's just one that I play around in, and I don't really care how it looks, and somehow it always ends up coming together. So I have a lot of pages that are like kind of in the middle of like in process kind of, and that's kind of how I work. I usually jump from page to page. Every now and then I'll do like a full page like this one. I did this one on camera. But for the most part, it's like if I see some images that I want to put down together, I'll put them down together and then kind of work on it later. I may come in and, add something here that I like, or draw something there that I like. I did that one on camera too. But, for the most part, I just kind of, I just do whatever in it. I get silly in it. As you can see here, I got really silly that day. But yeah, and I put in, like, if I have like extra scraps or extra paint left over, or things that I don't want to use, or things that I don't want to throw out that are like left over, like stuff like this. This is like an empty tea bag, putting another tea bag, paper scrap kind of thing, and I'll just glue it in, and maybe I won't work in it for a few weeks, or maybe I might work in it that day, but for the most part I just kind of do whatever I want in here, and I love it. This is one of my favorite pages. It's King Henry, what a heartthrob. Like, he married 3 Catherines, 2 Annes, and 1 Jane, and I wrote in, I like it when you call me Big Papa. I was really silly that day, and then I put in, his wife photo album, all the loves he's had, all the girls he's loved before. So Catherine got served with divorce papers. Anne got the cut, literally. Jane died, but she got an heir. Anne got a divorce settlement. She got a good one. Catherine got the axe, and then last Catherine, she got out alive. So yeah, it's just for me to be silly in. It doesn't mean anything. It has no, no significance whatsoever. It's just a bunch of stuff that I like. And, yeah, that one I did on camera. These were from my Prima watercolor wrappers. This one I also did on camera. It was a Halloween one. This one's in process, sort of. And a lot of them are, sometimes I feel like slapping some paint down and like not thinking about it, and come back to it later as a background. These are just some horrible color combinations, but sometimes I do that on purpose, because it's like, I'm like, even though it's like an ugly color combination, and I know that it's ugly, I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to make it ugly on purpose, because I'm going to make it work. It's kind of a challenge to myself. I don't necessarily sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll get to the page that I made ugly on purpose, or like I made it, and then looking back on it, I was like, ooh, this is ugly. I'm in my mind, I'm like thinking, what am I supposed to do with this? This is horrible. Why am I doing this to myself? But I'll just try to make it work anyway, and sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't, but that's the beauty of this book. I don't care. It's my silly book. So let's get silly. Make yourself some tea, you guys, and hang out with me while I do this, because that's what I do on my channel, like I've said a million times. I just got back from the dog park with my dogs. I had to leave early because they were being kind of bad, I have to admit. I'm usually proud of, I'm usually like, like that beaming mother. Like, people will be like, oh, your dogs are so good. But like, no, they were bad today. I mean, they weren't bad like, like towards me. Like, they listened to me, but my boy dog Mouser, which is really not his nature. So I'm just laying down these scraps that I don't care about. I don't really have a plan today. I may not even accomplish anything. To be honest, I kind of wanted to work in my my shopping bag junk journal, but I feel like that one kind of needs a lot of boring work done to it, which is kind of what I'm doing today. But it needs, like, it would take a really long time for me to feel like I am ready to work on camera on it. Just because it needs like finishing touches that are, kind of boring, at least to me. I mean, unless you want to see it, if you're watching and you're like thinking like you'd like to see what's going on in that journal, I'm happy to do it. But I don't know. I don't think anybody would be interested in what I'm doing in there right now. But anyway, yeah, my dogs were just being so bad. Like, they were like, well, it's funny because usually it's my girl dog, my female dog, Bijou Kiss. She's usually the one who's acting out, like, but she's acting out because she's afraid. Like, she gets in dogs' faces kind of, and she'll bark at them. But she's like barking and wagging her tail, which I've always known, and it's always the case, that she kind of wants to be friends with whatever dog she's barking at, but she's just not quite sure about that dog yet. So she's kind of like, she's trying to get their attention by barking, but she's scared, and usually, like, if a dog is kind of understanding about it. I know I'm talking about them like they're kids, but they're my kids, and I really do kind of understand like dog language, kind of. Not like the dog whisperer does, but you know what I mean. I mean, I know my dogs, and I understand. I've always been a good observer when it comes to my dog's behavior. But anyway, my boy dog was doing that. Like, there were two bigger dogs that were playing now. They were puppies now, but they were big. They were big dogs. And he was like, anytime they would get like too close to him or too close to his sisters, he would snap at them and bare his teeth and get all like, boy. He would act like a boy, And I was like, I don't like this situation. I don't like what's going on. And so and I felt bad. I hate being like, the mom that everybody's like, yeah, here comes those two. We got to pack up and leave. It's those two troublemakers, which sometimes, sometimes they are troublemakers. I'll have to admit that. But in this case, my girl dog Bijou was being a good girl, and Mouser was being bad. I was like, boy, you got some balls to be acting like that, because that Rottweiler can just, snap at you and end your life. So I just, I was like, I'm really sorry. And then we ended up leaving. But luckily, it wasn't before my dogs couldn't get in some good, playtime, running time. But yeah, I was like, not liking this situation at all. And he's not normally like that. Usually he's more, social. And she's the one who's like, get away from me, in her like little dog language. But yeah. We had to go. But it's good because I've got I've got the TV on. I warmed up some blankets for them, and so they're like resting on the couch now, napping on the couch. So hopefully, you know, they'll give me a little bit of alone time. Not alone time, but quiet time. Hopefully they'll be quiet for me for a little while. So anyway, yeah, I know. I can talk, honestly, like I can talk, well, I could talk your head off about anything, but ask me a question about my dogs and like I can talk to you for like hours and hours about them. Love my dogs, you guys. What can I say? I just adore them. I mean, I adore dogs and animals and pets in general. Cats and dogs and, you know, whatever kind of pets people have, fish or whatever. I will ask and, you know, talk about pets like forever. Love animals, except mice. I've told you guys that. Like, I like mice, don't want to harm them, but if they come in my house, I freak out and I turn into the biggest wimpy wimp. But yeah, so here's my here's my little background. That's what I've got so far. While I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that, I want to, well, maybe I'll do the other side. I'm not necessarily, I don't know. I just need to glue stuff down right now. Like, that's just what I feel like doing. I kind of wanted to film a flip through today, and I might very well do that, but I thought if I film a flip through, then I may not film anything else. And I don't know, some people don't like flip throughs. I really like flip throughs, but I said in my last video, which I believe was a Michael's haul, I said that I would you know, film something in my silly book for my next video. So I try to be a woman of my word, you know, even though not very many people are watching, but you know, even if only one person is watching and that one person tuned in because I said I was going to work in my silly book, then, you know, I'm going to keep my promise even to that one person. So yeah, because I'm a promise keeper. I hope, I think, try to be. Anyway, yeah, I'm just putting down these scraps. I don't know what I'll be doing after that because I don't have a plan. But yeah. So anyway, what else can I tell you guys? Well, since I'm on the topic of my dogs, I know. Well, here's what I think is going on, and the reason why I think that my mouser did not like that one dog. Well, both of them, but the one he was really nasty with. He does not like, and he usually likes everyone, but he doesn't like it when dogs have like those, you know, those e-collars. He doesn't like it. He'll either run away, you know, from them, or, you know, like, oh, okay, sorry guys. He will run away from them, or he'll like, you know, he'll talk smack. Yeah, he'll talk smack at them, like, you know, bark at them, or, you know, just whatever he needs to do to get them away. And there were two of them. Well, the Rottweiler was wearing one, and it was another dog who was like a lab mix. He looked like he was like mixed with lab and like Vizsla. Mouser usually really likes Vizslas. His very first puppy friend was a Vizsla, but he doesn't like it when they're wearing e-collars. And I'm wondering if it's because maybe he was playing with a dog one day at the dog park, and Maybe he got shocked by one. I don't know. But I'm telling you, he just does not like, he doesn't, you know, and that's it. Other than that, he loves every other kind of dog. He will make friends with, you know, any other dog. But he just doesn't like that. And he definitely didn't want that one dog near his sister. I don't know why. He just didn't. Well, I think maybe that's why. He's really well, I don't want to say he's like viciously protective of his sister, but he really is. She was a baby when we got her. She was 8 weeks old and really helpless. And he didn't like her at first. Well, she freaked him out at first, and then he really fell in love with her. And so now he's really like, that's, you know, they're best friends. They're twinjas. They're, you know, they're a tag team. And so he's, you know, he will protect her. If he feels like she's in trouble, he's always the first to come running, you know? But not in a, I don't want to say not in a vicious way. I mean, sometimes she'll bark at another dog, or she just doesn't like another dog. And he'll just come in and kind of, I don't know, break it up. Like, not in an angry way, but like in that really precious way that dogs do. It's hard to explain. Like, he'll just kind of run in between them, or he'll try to initiate, you know, play with his sister to try to, I don't know, show her that everything is okay. I think. I mean, I don't know. I'm probably looking into it too much, but I do know my dogs, you know, I do. So, I'm going to put down this nudie picture right here, I think. I don't know. Yeah, let's put her down. Sorry if you don't like boobs or don't think, you know, that's appropriate, but I like it. I mean, it's a piece of art, you know. It's not like, you know, for a maybe it was used as a porno back then when it was painted, but, you know, I don't know. I like it. I think it's pretty. I think she's beautiful. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, like I said, I could talk your head off about my dogs. So, yeah, I don't know what to do next, so let me come back. I have this box of like all kinds of stuff that I've cut out of books, you know, and magazines and junk mail and stuff like that. So, let me see if I can get something going with that. I don't know. I kind of want something colorful though. You know, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like her there. Kind of like that. I think this is from an auction book that I cut up. It was like I don't know. I guess I went to well, I go to them all the time, but I haven't gone lately, but an estate sale, and they must go to a lot of auctions because they had a lot of like auction, you know, some of them were hardbound, some of them were like, you know, auction, not pamphlets, but you know what I mean, like they were soft cover books, and then some of them were hardcover books. And I snatched that baby up. I don't know where we're gonna put this. Let me put that here because my glue is still sticky. But I feel like, I don't know, do I want to paint a little bit? I feel like I do. I don't know. Maybe I'll use some of my new paint. I'm thinking this one, that's new. What else is new? How about this one, this champagne pearl? And let's use one of, I don't know if I told you guys I'm like so over paint. But how about this one? That's new too. So, okay. And I'm gonna use this, well, let's just, Mouser, what are you doing, baby? Okay, I had to pause because, you know, what always happens, these dogs of mine go nuts. So, I don't know, it's still like the glue, it's still like sticky, but whatever, we'll just work with it. So this is champagne pearl. I don't know if it's gonna work out. It's like, I mean, I've painted with it only once since I got it, and it's like, I kind of like it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I don't know, I'll show you. This color, I normally don't like hard, like bold colors, but there's just something about it that I really enjoy. I don't know what it is, but I'll show you the, I painted like a doodle rose. I've been learning how to draw, or not draw, paint roses in watercolor, and I tried to see if I could use the same technique to make one in acrylic, and it actually came out kind of cool. But this is the that champagne pearl color, and I expected it to be a bit more opaque, but it's not actually. So maybe actually we'll see if it's a good color to use on this page, since it's opaque. I don't know, but I don't know, I feel like I love that there's you know, scraps here, but I don't know, I feel like it needs more. I don't know what I'm doing. I always say that in every video, but it's the truth. I don't know, like, I mean, and it's a feeling that I kind of like, you know, I like that I don't know what I'm doing. That's what I love about art, because, you know, you can plan and plan and plan all you want in your head how you want something to come out. I mean, and that's like in life in general too. You know, and it's just because it's art, and because, well, especially somebody like me, I don't have, I don't want to say the skill level. I mean, you see what my skill levels are here. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't, things are not going to come out how you plan them artistically. At least for me, it's never going to happen. And that's kind of what I love, and I think that's one of the things that I love about watercolor too, is that I don't have any control, and that's probably a good thing. That's probably what I need. I think it's good for people like me who have anxiety to try to embrace, you know, that kind of thing. Embrace not having control. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. So I don't know. I felt like, you know, I was looking at this page, you know, with all these scraps, and it looks cool, but I felt like, I don't know, I just wanted more. So I'm just laying down this paint. You see what's so pretty about this paint? It's just so, like, for a craft paint, it's really vibrant. It kind of, I don't know, I was thinking this morning too, like, I want to upgrade my my acrylic paints to artist grade paints, and like, I always, you know, convince myself to get craft paints when I'm at the store, because it's just so much more affordable. But now that I'm looking at this paint, you know, maybe I don't need to. I mean, I'm thinking about at least, like, you know, for the primary colors. Hi, Mouse. Getting some really, you know, good quality artist grade primary colors. And then I can always, you know, build up my oh, baby. Mouser, why are you crying? Usually that's Bijou Kiss crying. Are you not feeling good, my love? Is that why you've been acting out today? I'm going to pause. My puppy wants me. Well, he wants to play. He wants to play. So I'm going to finish. I think I'm going to ooh. Oh, I had ink on it. I had ink on my little coffee top, like coffee. This is a coffee lid that I was going to throw out. But I had green ink on it, so now it's like, ew. I don't like that. Do I? I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not, nope. Nope, she's not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. I don't like it. And usually when I don't like something, I try to push myself into making it work anyway, and then sometimes I regret it. Well, a lot of times I regret it. And I'm like, no, Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm gonna put the rest of this paint on another page and let it dry. Okay, so, I had to pause again. Well, I had to pause because, I don't know, Mouser was crying. I don't know why. Well, actually, I think I know why. I think he's just being a baby. I think he wants attention. And, you know, Mama is not paying enough attention to him, I guess. I don't know. It's so weird. He's usually, like, super in love with my husband, you know, and, like, he could care. Well, no, he loves me, but I'm not his favorite. I used to be his favorite, but now it's like, now that he's all grown up, my husband is his favorite. And so I don't know, I had to go baby him and, like, feed him and throw the ball for him a couple times, so now he's happy. And then my husband called. I had to baby him, you know. All these two boys in my life. But it was a good pause. It was a good pause that I needed because I think I have an idea about where I'm gonna go with this piece. So, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be working on this side. I think it just, you know, to save time. I mean, I know I say in every video that I'm, you know, making a video that's like 80 years long, and that's the truth. And I was thinking about last night, like, you know, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just gonna, you know, do what I do. And if it's a long video, it's a long video. You know, some people like them, some people don't. And some of you have told me that you like that. So I'm just going to just, you know, do what I do. So I found this, and I cut it out of this, I used to subscribe to this magazine, and my subscription ran out, and they sent me a new, you know, like an offer if I want another magazine. This is a great magazine, I think, to have. Any like art magazine, if you like to cut things out, is worth the subscription, and they're not as expensive as like a Daphne's Diary or a Flow magazine. I've never bought a Flow magazine. I mean, up until a few months ago, I had never even heard of a Flow magazine. You know, I'm not cool like that. I'm not down with all the cool stuff, I guess. I don't know. I didn't like that red for some reason. I don't mind it on the other page. I just don't like it on this page. And this is this is from some paints, some watercolor paints that I bought recently. So yeah. Yeah. I was you know, checking my video while I was playing with my dog. I was playing, you know, this video just to see, to make sure that I was in frame before I even, you know, put it in to edit. So I was, and I was just like, yeah, I was like, I know, I was talking about my dogs, like, you know, but I love my dogs, you guys. And why shouldn't I love them? They're great. They're like amazing. They're amazing dogs. And like, I got, you know, my husband's worse. Like, my husband's actually like, those dogs, man, those are his pride and joy. Like, even more so than me. Like, pause again because the mailman came, and those two dogs that I've just been bragging about freaked out. Anyway, I don't know where to go from here now. So I put these two down. What can I do? What can I do? I can put this down. This is, I bought some handmade paints. I bought some handmade paints recently on Etsy. And she sent me, it was really nicely packaged. Cute little Etsy shop. Maybe I'll put like, maybe I'll make a pocket. Do I want to make a pocket with a peach? Do I want to do that? Can that be done? Is that possible? Is it? It is! But I want to stain it a little bit. I don't know what color I should use. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I like it when, I like it when paper looks dirty. Told you guys that before. I mean, we all do, right? What am I going to use, though? I don't have any... Do I have any makeup wipes? Or makeup... Let's just use this. Let's see how that does. Oh, that's gonna take 10 years. Let's just make it look old and dirty, like, cut it out and it's been on the floor or something. I don't know. Oh. See if adding a little bit of water makes it kind of, yeah, I kind of like that. I'm not an expert at, distress ink. I mean, I just kind of like ordered a bunch of random colors just, to have, because I didn't have, but I just don't, I'm not like, some people, they can like, like MacGyver style with the ink, but I am not one of those. And I kind of want to, like, oh, here's a tip. If you don't have, like the cardboard stuff, which I never do, because I have no reason to have cardboard in my house. But if you don't have it and you want it, save these things from Starbucks. And if you don't like Starbucks, go in and buy a bottle of water or something and then grab like a handful of their cup warmers. And then there you go. You've got some some of this for the texture. I'm not saying to go in there and steal it. You didn't hear that from me. I'm just saying, like, go, buy something, get some mints or something if you don't like Starbucks coffee. Some people don't. I used to really love Starbucks, and then I started going to this one bakery, which actually that's the bakery that I named after. I named my dog after. Well, I didn't name her after that bakery. It was just like, it's a cute French word that means kiss. And let's just do it like that. And it's like, I don't want it to be, or do I? I don't know. I know that I want it to be a pocket, but where's my little note? But I kind of wanted it to be like, like up on something. Why don't I make that the pocket, and then I'll do, yeah, that's going to be better. I do that a lot, you guys. I work on something and I like, you think I'm going to use it, or I think I'm going to use it, and then I end up not using it and going into a completely different direction with it. I mean, we all do that, right? So anyway, yeah, let me find something else to talk about other than my dog. But I will tell you this, like, my husband is way worse, so, don't judge me. But my husband is way worse when it comes to, like, spoiling my dogs. And like, there were like some dogs that he didn't even want, you know, Mouser, when he was a puppy, to be friends with. So he had like, Mouser had this puppy friend. I'm just gonna put that in there that way. Well, no, maybe not. I'll let it dry. He had like a puppy friend, like I said, who was a Vizsla, and I'm kind of liking that. Well, I like that better. So his puppy friend was a Vizsla, and she got bigger. He was older than her, and when they started playing together, it was you know, my trainer told me to let them play together, so that, you know, my Mouser would have, you know, socialization. And it got to be where, you know, she got a little bit too big for him, you know, and my husband was like not feeling okay with that, you know, with them playing together. And plus, like, her owner wasn't really, I don't know, she got really, I want to say wild, not wild in a bad way. I mean, she was a puppy, but her owner, he wasn't very good at training her and, you know, being consistent with her. And I think he was kind of being irresponsible with her. I don't know how he is about it now. We're not, you know, in touch anymore. He was a friend of mine in the building, and but my husband was like, I don't feel comfortable with them playing, you know, anymore, and I don't like it, and I don't want them to play together anymore. And so I had to tell him, and I was like, listen, you know, my husband doesn't feel comfortable with our dogs playing together anymore. Mouser's coming home with like scabs all over his face from her teeth and stuff. And, you know, my trainer wants me to, you know, take him to the dog park to, you know, really learn how to make friends with other dogs. And so he said to me, because I think he got offended, I wasn't attacking his dog, you know, but he was like, because we lived in a high-rise at the time, and he was like, you know, everybody in this building knows that your dog is the most spoiledest dog in this entire building. I was like, I think he was expecting me to get offended, you know. I wasn't offended, but I was taken aback by that, and I was like, really? Really? Everybody thinks that? And he was like, yeah, you know. And so I was like, well, he is the most spoiledest dog in this building, and if everybody knows that, then that's a good thing, right? Anyway. I mean, it's true. Do I want to put this kingfisher here? I don't know. Do I? I guess I do. I thought of it, so I guess I do. I guess I do. This is just such a random page. I mean, very random, but, you know, whatever. That's me. And it makes me happy to be random. And that's what this book is for. So I made myself a cafe mocha, kind of. I may have put a little bit too much mocha in there. So what else can I do here? What else can I do? Let me think about it, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I went in my little bowl of words, and I found some little book cutouts that I think look nice, or that I think will be cute. So she looks very come hither, you know, she's in the nude, right? And she looks like she's, you know, inviting whoever might be looking into her boudoir. So I think that, you know, why darling looks really nice for her there. So we'll put that there. And then this faraway-eyed girl right here. Actually, she looks like, doesn't she look like that famous, I think it's like a charcoal drawing, like a Venus type charcoal drawing. It's either by Leonardo da Vinci or that guy, is it Botticelli? Is that guy's name? I'm pretty sure it's Leonardo da Vinci that did a similar charcoal drawing. So I'm sure whoever, did this was inspired by that or was kind of copying that. But yeah, and she looks very sad. What is it about faraway-eyed girls that we like? What is it? What is that about, you guys? Everybody that I watch on YouTube, they like to, paint, whimsical girls, and sometimes they look so, sad and wistful and, angsty, kind of. But yeah, what is it about that we like so much? Is that a part of us? I guess. I don't know. And then since her little feet are kind of showing, this doll, I mean, she does look like she's waiting for somebody to ask her to dance. This says her 2 dancing little feet, and so I think that will be perfect there. And then I'll do some finishing touches and be done with this page. But I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble inking the sides since I cut them so small. But yeah, if you're ever bored and you cut up a book to use as a junk journal, that's like a really cool thing to do. Maybe I'll just put that there. I think that's a cool thing to do is, cut out, if you've got the time, or like if you, don't mind, skimming through each page and just looking for words that you like, and, put them in a little container. And so when you don't have anything left to say, or you can't think of anything to say about whatever it is you're working on, I think that's a cool thing to do. So, I don't know if I need a border for that, but I do feel like I want that to stand out, so I think I'm going to just like make it black so it'll stand out. Is that big enough? That's big enough. And then maybe I'll do that here too. Where should I do that? I don't know. Or here. I'll do that there. Is that big enough? Yes. And then this. Why, darling. I'll put that here. Okay, so while that paint pen is drying, I'll just, I'll lay down some scraps here and there, because, I don't really care. I just like to glue. I like to use glue. Okay, so that's dry enough. And I'm just going to use tacky glue. I don't know why I want to use tacky glue, but I do. Probably because I finally got it unclogged again. I keep getting it clogged because it keeps drying out because I keep leaving the top open. And now I can't even find, see, I cannot find the top to this. So I have to use like this screw and just, put it in there. So yeah, I gotta use that screw because I screwed myself by losing the cap. So yeah. There we go. So, I finished watching, I'm sure I told you guys in one of my recent videos, that I was binge watching Stranger Things on Netflix. And so I was looking for something to watch. And I tried that show Black Mirror, But the very, very first episode, you know, with the pig and I was like, I can't. If you've seen that, the one that I'm talking about, look up Black Mirror first episode. Just look it up in, you know, like Wikipedia or something like that, and read the plot line, and you'll see why. Like, I was like, no, I can't. This is not for me. I cannot with that show. But yeah, but I started watching this one show called Wormwood. That's what it's called. Okay, I had to pause again. No more pausing, promise. But yeah, I started watching that show called Wormwood, and it's about like if you like conspiracy theories, which I'm really not that much of a fan of, like conspiracy theories, but if you like conspiracy theories, you're probably gonna like this show. I mean, this is not a conspiracy theory, it's actually a true story. It's about, you know, the CIA LSD experiment on this one poor guy who ended up like, you know, he ended up dying. He either threw himself out the window or someone did, I don't know. I'm not going to say one way or another because I don't want anybody throwing me out the window for saying something that I shouldn't say. But it is so good. It's so good. So I started watching that. But it kind of scares me. I have to admit, it kind of scares me because it's not that it's like scary. Like, I think, you know, somebody's going to come after me, you know. But it just like, because, you know, the music is really ominous, and like the tone of the show is just very, you know, because it's about, you know, something really bad that happened in, you know, in our recent history. And so it's just, I don't know, it scares me. So it's like I gotta watch something else before I go to sleep, which is usually like, you know, YouTube or something like that. But yeah, so I've been binge watching that. Let me know if you've been watching anything that you think I should check out. Like, that's kind of nice, huh? It's kind of nice, even though there's cowboy boots there, or cowgirl boots there. But I do kind of like that, so I'm going to put that down. Okay. What else, y'all? What else can I do to finish this page up? See if I have any more scraps here. Do we need to use a circus ticket? Are we going to the circus? No. I feel like, I don't know, I just need something small and like, I don't know, something small and kind of cute. I've been using a lot of these airmail kind of things. I got a bunch of them. I got like a little book of those. Do we want to put down a 0? No. Maybe some flowers. We could. I feel like I'm always using these flowers, but they're so cute. Why shouldn't I? You know? Maybe instead of airmail, we'll put a flower. I mean, these flowers kind of don't match, but I don't really care. Nothing needs to match. I don't like when things are too, like, matching anyway. So I feel like this is kind of done. And please excuse my nails. I am so sorry that you had to look at these awful nails for the past, like, however long this video is. But I had an appointment to go get them done. I was going to get, like, because one of them broke, well, my thumb broke first, and I was going to get some tips put on. These are gel, which I've just started recently, you know, actually going and getting my nails done. I used to just always just do them myself, but I don't know, I've just been feeling recently that it's nice to do something, you know, for myself. But but they started breaking between, like, this one broke and then I got a couple more broken. And if it was just like one that broke, then I would have just like, maybe I want purple and black. I don't know. I want to do a little bit of outlining. I think that's gonna, I feel like that's really gonna finish me up here. But yeah, like a bunch of them broke, and then I just was like, oh, they're all breaking. I really don't want to pay for, like, you know, to get tips on like all of them. I'm just gonna let them grow a little bit. Like, so I cut them and decided to let, you know, just to leave them alone for now. I'll probably remove the gel probably tonight while I'm watching TV. It's kind of tedious. That's the one thing I hate about getting like my nails done, is like you have to keep them up and it just costs money. And I'd rather spend money on other stuff, to be honest. I really would. What else can I do? What happened to that white one? Oh, okay. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I saw someone do it and I was like, ooh, I want to do that. I'm just gonna put like little alien antennas to border this photo. I don't know why. Does it add anything to the photo? I don't know. Probably not, but I saw someone do it and I was like, ooh, that looks cute. So that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just do it because I don't have space there. So yeah. What can I do here? Just do some dots. Good old dots. I'm feeling finished, and I'm feeling kind of good about this page, actually. I think it's, you know, it's kind of a nothing page, you know. I didn't really say anything artistically or emotionally with the page, but, you know, you don't always have to. And I don't always have to. Sometimes it's just fun to just get silly in your silly book, and that's what I did today, so I'm happy about that. So I can put this here now that it's kind of dry, right? I feel like I kind of need something around her. What can I do around her? Maybe something thick though, like maybe some maybe something metallic. Maybe this pewter. And ooh, while I'm at it, I'll add a little bit of pewter to our cherry blossoms here. And then for sure I'm gonna have to end the video after I do this because it takes forever for this paint to dry. I like it because I love how, like, you know, it pops out. It's, you know, kind of not a 3D paint, but you guys know what I mean. It has texture. It adds texture to a piece, but it just takes so long to dry, and I am not the most patient of people. I think I want a second line. I think a second outline is just going to give this what it needs. And you see, I don't even try to get neat with it. I hate being neat. I had to share a room with my sister growing up, and she was like the most like organized. Well, she still is. She's very organized and neat, and everything's put away and all that stuff. And we had to share a bedroom, and I know I drove her crazy because she drove me crazy with how like neat she wanted everything to be. She was always on me about, if it's a mess, we gotta clean it up. And I'd be like, no, you clean it. You know, I don't want to. I'm gonna put this cord here. Yeah, I want to put that cord there, and then I am done. I'm done. What did I accomplish with this page? I have no idea. What am I saying artistically with this page? I have no idea. Nothing. Really what I'm saying is that I just needed to like use glue and paint and, you know, glue some stuff down. That's really all that needed to happen today, and that's what happened. Yeah. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is one of those. This is one of those. This is like a problem. I probably should have waited, but I didn't feel like waiting. Didn't feel like waiting. I think I'm going to need some extra glue, and I think I'm going to put some glue here to keep it from getting all frayed, I guess. Yeah, yeah. And maybe I should do that on this side. I know it's best to just wait until everything's dry before you know, trim all that stuff off, but I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't feel like waiting. I wanted it done now. And that's how it's just gonna have to be. You know, because I do what I want to do. So there we are. I will finish up, you know, this side another time, I guess. I mean, I thought it would be best to just focus on this one side. Otherwise, you know, instead of an 80-year long video, which I don't mind, and I know you guys, like I told you guys, I've decided to embrace it. You know, I just thought it would be best to just focus on getting one side finished just for the sake of time. And I'm still letting this paint here dry before I put in my little note in my pocket. I think this is a nice page. I really like it. I like the colors. I had fun doing it. Oh no, what did I just do? Look what I did. I was trying to push that little thing down. Well, look, crisis avoided. I'm just gonna fix it. And then after that, I have to keep my hands to myself. There we go. Okay, there. Okay. Okay. All right. Crisis avoided. So, actually, every single time I think I'm done with a video, and then I'm like, I look at something and I'm like, no, that needs, you know, a little extra this or that. And I was looking at these like Martian antennas that I did, and like they needed dots. So okay, now I'm finished. So there we go. Okay, so here we are. We're finished. I'm finished. I'm not going to do this side, of course. I'll do it another time or off camera later on today, but I thought it would just make things faster, you know, faster for me, because I've just embraced that my videos are long. I'm just going to have to, like, you know, that's it. My videos are long, and I'm just going to, you know, go with it. But yeah, I just thought it would be better just to do that one side, and I really, really like the way this came out. I think this is adorable. Can't wait to put my little note here from the homemade paints that I bought. That came with the homemade paints that I bought in my little Starbucks cup holder pocket. But yeah, I hope you liked hanging out with me while I did this. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like and subscribe if you have not already. If you want to follow me on Instagram, all the links to my Instagram and my dog's Instagram will be below in the information box below.